What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I hope you like this video. This is going to be your review for Love and Hip Hop Season 9, Episode 5. Alright. So I got to strictly go by my notes because my, DVR is tripping. So, okay. We start this episode off. We have Juju and we have, oh, nope, that's the last episode. Sorry. We have Sin and Joe. Joe was frustrated because he said Sin don't help around the house. They show Sin in the kitchen with her sisters and they talking about when he gonna put a ring on it, when he gonna marry you, when he gonna make an honest woman out of you. That's just the conversation that women have. Ain't nothing new about that. Ain't nothing. That's what women do. You done had a baby, y'all been together, everybody waiting for y'all to get married. And then they show Joe cleaning up the house, frustrated, talking shit, mad or whatever. He comes down to the kitchen and they're speaking in Spanish and he know hola and papi. That's all he got for him. So when they get to having a conversation in Spanish, he's standing there like, do what now? And basically, she just asking about her ring. When I'm going to get a ring, when you going to buy me a ring. She was like, you need to just go head on down to Zales now. He said, Zales can't hold my love for you. It was funny. She said, whatever, you know that, I'll take whatever you give me. You know I love you. But anyway. So that's their situation. Later on in the episode, I'll just go on water. Then we have Joe Budden talking to Safari. This is around the time that whole Nicki Minaj shit hit the fan, when Nicki Minaj went to the radio station when she was promoting Queen, and she sort of shaded herself, and then she was on having a Twitter war with pretty much everybody but her and Safari. That's when she put out there Safari's business about him buying a headline and stealing her credit card, and then Mariah Lynn jumped in because she just wanted to jump in because she just wanted her name in something, because that was not her fight. She talking about something. She insulted DJ Self's whole lineup, and that's family. You just wanted your name in something because that was not your fight. Anyway, so Joe Budden, he rose up on Safari and he's like, yo, what did I tell you? Like, I thought you understood. I thought we weren't going to do no more of this beef shit. I thought we was dead in that. And Safari was like, look, she came for me. Like, I'm not supposed to respond when somebody come for me. He was like, some of those lies, I had to clear my name. Like, I can't just let stuff roll. And he was like, why not? Just be, you don't have to respond to everything. Like, y'all. And Safari was like, how Joe Budden gonna tell me not to respond when he done made his whole career off of diss tracks and responding to shit? I was like, he got a point. But what Joe Budden was trying to explain though was, he said, yeah, from the one side it looked like that's what helped my career. He said, but I lost a lot of money too. I lost endorsements. I lost deals. I got blackballed. He was like, so I'm just trying to save y'all some of what I went through. Because on the outside, it looked like I won. Yeah, I got the podcast and all of that. But it was a long road getting there. Like, I went through a lot of shit to get to where I am now. I understood the point he was making, but he was coming off as a grumpy old man. You know what I'm saying? Get off my lawn. Get the kids. Get out my yard. You know what I mean? But I do think he really was sincere and just trying to help them not make some of the same mistakes that he made. And he was like, you going to go out here and pick a fight with the biggest selling female rap artist out there? Like, that's what you gonna do right now? Anyway. So then we have Kimbella and Juju. Jewel took the deal. Kimbella stressed out. She had her boxer class tearing some stuff up. Juju was like, look, now is the time that you really need to have your people around you. And I really think it's time for you and Yandy to go ahead and clear the air. And Kimbella's like, no, I'm good. I just don't need people like her in my life. Like, just because I'm going through what she's already been through doesn't mean that we put everything aside and just become friends and we all good and we all cool. But anyway, now we at the nail shop. We have Mariah Lynn, who I didn't think was coming back this season, but she's on this episode talking about how she gotta, do what she gotta do. She gotta stop wilding out because she gotta take care of her family because, a lot of people rely on her, and she looked back on how she was acting and she just knows she just can't live like that, with just the, the acting out and the fighting all the time, whatever, she just can't do that. And, it was Sin, and then it was that the Naya chick rapper. They were all at the nail shop, and they basically was just doing, having girl talk or whatever. And they were talking about, and Mariah told Sin about the video that Joe Button put online, basically showing how nasty she keeps house. Got her wigs all over the place, shoes all over the place, like, basically like the house ain't clean and him talking shit or whatever. So of course Sin was like, oh no, I'm gonna have to address this. I'm gonna have to nip this one in the bud. Then you had Naya got beef with Self, and Mariah be riding for Self. And Mariah was like, well, what's the problem? She was like, every time I see him, he act like it's all love, but then he don't never want to hook me up. He don't never want to play my music. He don't support me. And, I just, how you gonna talk about we sis, we fam, but you don't never have my back. You don't never support me, with my music, I'm just trying to get on. And Mariah was like, well, have you talked to him about it? Like, that don't sound, he ain't that kind of dude. Like, he would look out, he fam or whatever. But Naya has a reputation as being a high head and all this other stuff. And Mariah told her, she was like, well, Self don't deal with no drama. That's why he really kind of stopped fucking with me for a minute, because it was too much drama, and I had to understand where he was coming from and understand what he was saying. She was like, so, he ain't really trying to do a whole lot of mess. And she was like, I ain't trying to be messy. I done moved past that. But, I done been through some shit. And then she starts telling a story about getting jumped in the club by 8 girls and how she got a scar that go all the way around and stitches. And she done been through something. And then Mariah starts talking about, I had to just accept the fact. I couldn't just, be mad because my mother was a drug addict and my father was in jail and I was in foster care. Like, I was like, what? How we get there? How we just start telling our life stories? And don't get me wrong, it's a sad story. Like, those were some sad situations, but I didn't know how we got there. And, she was like, I ain't out here, rapping about shaking my ass. I'm telling real life shit. Okay. That's good. That's real good. Anyway. But all that did was, set Sin up to go talk to Joe Budden about the video, and DJ Self and Naya have a moment. Y'all know what that was. All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and get Jonathan ass on out the way, because I can't do Jonathan. I just cannot. So Jonathan starts talking about the anniversary of his father's death. Now, I'm thinking his father died like 2 or 3 years ago. His father died when Jonathan was like 10. And I'm not lessening that, because losing a parent is not easy. And he said he felt like his father was the only person that had his back. His father, understood him. He said he remembers his father telling him when he was, young, you are different, but there's nothing wrong with you, Okay, that's cool. And I can respect that. But I really honestly thought that this happened like recently. So anyway, Jonathan is talking to his sister about how, he really wants to clear the air with his friends, because he's been mixing his anxiety pills with alcohol, and he's been self-medicating, and, he's tired of flipping out on people and then the next day not remembering what he said. And so he just, wants to just clear the air now that he's not doing it anymore. Jonathan, for real. You ain't gone through no withdrawal. You ain't had no big, like, I don't, anyway. Okay. I guess that's his way of it. Anyway. So anyway, he calls everybody together to apologize, to clear the air, to tell them all of that. And Juju and Yandy was like, oh man, we okay, yeah. And he didn't invite Anais, because he said he didn't think she was at a point where she could accept it yet. But fast forward to Kimbella shows up, and Kimbella is like, yeah, that's all good and all, but that just don't explain, the fact of, how you been how you was like, I don't know. That's just too much. I just can't. And I was like, I can see where Kimbella's coming from, because apology don't automatically mean we good. An apology means I hear what you're saying. You're explaining why you did what you did, but that don't automatically make us cool. And then Kimbella has some other stuff going on. We'll get to that. So then, what happened after that? Oh Lord. So anyway, yeah. So I'm done with Jonathan, and I'm done with that part of it. All right. So moving on. Joe and Sin. So Sin sits down with Joe. Sorry. So Sin sits down with Joe, and she basically tells him she don't appreciate him posting the video about her not keeping the house clean. And he was like, "Did clean the house." Well, I don't have time to do that. He was like, "I've been telling you to get a nanny. Like, I hear what you're telling me. I work hard so I can afford to take care of you. You don't have to take care of me. You making it seem like I'm one of you. I'm a child or something. And you got to take care of me. I take care of myself. You don't need to take care of me." He was like, "All right, that's not what I meant. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying it's my job to be the provider. I work hard to provide. I told you to get a nanny." I don't even know how to do that. How would I even get a nanny? And she was trying to say she didn't know how to find a nanny. Then she switched it up. Somebody that I would trust. The same way most people would find a nanny. First of all, you could probably get recommendations. Reach out to some friends. If you don't have friends who have nannies, then there are online sites. You can Google it. I'm sure there are a million agencies in the state of New York that are accredited, that will give references. You can try them out. I have a girlfriend in Philadelphia who was looking for a nanny, and she went through some duds. It took her a minute, but her and her husband finally found somebody that they are comfortable with, and their life is great. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a man who's saying, "Look, not only do you not have to work every day, and I'm going to pay for you to get a nanny," bitch, if you don't Google, if you don't let Google take you to the nanny spot, and that's what Joe said. He said, "Well, I'm gonna need you to use a little initiative. I'm gonna need you to figure it out." You know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna need you to find out how to find a nanny. You know. So then she starts going off about how he's treating her like a kid, and she ain't nobody's kid, and blah 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 blah. And he was like, "You acting real immature right now. Like, you are acting like a kid. Like, you're acting like a kid, you know?" So it was weird. It was weird. It was just, this storyline to me is just so forced. Like, Joe, you would have been good to just be the narrator and be like the grumpy old man on the porch. But this storyline with him and Sin, it's just so forced because, anyway. Mendices calls Yandy and tells Yandy that she need to make up with Kimbella. Like, "I've been talking to Jewels. He took the plea. She's going to really need you. They were there for us when we were going through what we were going through. And I really need you to make up with him. We'll make up with her." And Kimbella was like, "I don't need to make up with anybody because I'm not the one that ended our friendship." And she said, "Let me break this down for y'all." In her confessional, she was like, "Kimbella keep acting like she mad about the whole situation that went down with the baby mothers. No, that's not why she mad at me. She's mad at me because her and Jewels were going through a situation where they were basically about to break up. And I was caught in the middle because I'm friends with both of them. And at that moment, I just couldn't take any more of the back and forth and being in the middle. And so I bowed out." She was like, "So that's why she says that I left her hanging, or I wasn't there for her when she needed me to be there for her." She was like, "And honestly, she's probably right. But in that moment, I just couldn't do it. I couldn't handle it." And I said, "You know what? That is probably the most honest thing I have ever heard Yandy say." And it does make sense. And it does make sense now why Kimbella is so angry with you. Because if Kimbella... See, when couples get into a fight or break up or whatever, unfortunately, we as the friends in the middle, we got to pick a side. It's hard to not pick a side. It really is. You can bow out and say, "I'm not going to be in this." But when you do that, then you run the risk of dealing with what you're dealing with now with Kimbella. Or you could take Kimbella's side or take Jewel's side. What Kimbella needed you to do was to take her side and to be her girlfriend and be, you know, her good Judy or what have you, and have her back. Even if she was wrong, she needed that from you, and you weren't there for her. And by your own admission, Kimbella doesn't have a lot of people she lets in. She doesn't have a lot of close friends. So you were really it. That, and it now the anger makes so much sense because I was like, I understood where Kimbella was coming from, being mad that she felt like Yandy left her hanging, but I was like, we still on that though, you know? So it makes sense. But Yandy, I'm gonna need you, Kimbella. Anyway, neither here nor there. That's what they was really arguing about. So we'll get back to them. All right, Safari and Jacquees, whatever. They meet up. They at the club. Jacquees was like, "Safari, you still mad?" Safari was like, "Yeah, you know, like I ain't even gonna front. Like I'm still feeling some kind of way about the whole situation where you feel like I made up a story and lied about being robbed. Mariah Lynn was like, what? You said that? Jacquay was like, I never said that. He was like, that's my ex-girlfriend. She mad. She trying to, make you mad at me. She in her feelings. And you listening to her. You believing it. He was like, yeah, but when I came to you, you didn't say anything. He was like, because I didn't feel like I had to justify that bullshit. I felt like as my friend, you should have known that that was a lie. He said, nah, I needed to hear you say it. And Mariah Lynn was like, yeah, I would have needed to hear it too. Like, if I'm coming to you and I am telling you this is what's going on and this is how I feel and I need to, like, you owed him that. And I said that in my last review. You should have just said, I ain't say that, and y'all would have dapped it up and it would have moved on, which is what y'all ended up doing. But Mariah Lynn even had to tell him, like, nah, you should have said, no, I did not say that. Jacquay, I don't know why you felt like you didn't need to justify that, because it wasn't even that deep of an accusation for you to feel that offended. You should have just been like, man, she mad, she in her feelings, she trying to get me caught up. I ain't say that shit. Boom, boom, bam, you want a drink. Like, that would have been the end of it. Ugh, stupid stuff, stupid stuff. All right. At this same little situation, Naya's there with DJ Self shows up, and she basically approaches him, which was the wrong place and the wrong time. They're at an industry event. That's not the time to approach somebody when you got beef with them or you want to confront them about something. But she starts talking to him about, like, well, you called me, I thought we was close, like you were my brother or whatever. And in his confessional, Self was like, brother? So Self don't even feel like y'all relationship is where you feel like y'all relationship is. And she went on to talk about how she feels like, he doesn't help her out, and she's a female MC and he has the platform and he won't look out for her, and she didn't send him music and he didn't respond. And he was like, well, first of all, if we were as close as you seem to think we were, then you would have been able to reach me personally and not just like sent me stuff through email or whatever. Second of all, in this industry, you gotta stay on it. Just because you sent somebody something one time and he was like, and if I told you I would listen to it, you should have been hitting me back the next day, the next day, the next day, the next day. Like, yo, did you listen to my track? Did you listen to my beat? Did you hear it? Can you play it? What you want? Can I come to the studio? Can I come to the radio station? Like, that is how you're supposed to handle when you out here hustling. You an independent artist, which he is 100% correct. She starts going off about how it's, and then he said she just acting like a spoiled brat. And you know what? He was 100% correct. Because, after all, she got loud, she ranting and raving. And when she got to the end of it, you know what she said? It's just not fair. It's just not fair. Bitch, ain't none of this fair. You are in an industry that don't give a fuck about you. You here today, gone tomorrow. And it ain't none of it fair. And you might have felt like you had a special relationship with DJ Self that you don't have. But at the end of the day, if you really felt like you wanted him to look out for you and you wanted him to use his platform to help you, you should have been hustling with him. Like, yo, did you listen to my beat? Did you listen to my beat? Did you listen to my, like, he should be sick of you. He should be sick of you. So all of that, you won't help nobody out. You won't look out for the artist. You won't this, you won't that. I ain't seen you trying to get in self been on this show for 3 seasons. I have yet to see you try to get in his face and be like, can you hook me up? Can you hook me up? I want to be with you. I want to ride with you. I want to be on your roster. I want to be Gwennin. Like, he done had showcases and everything else. I ain't seen her there. I mean, refresh my memory. Anyway, last but not least, we see Yandy and Kimbella going at it. And Yandy was like, I'll reach out to Kimbella, but today ain't the day. I really don't feel like it. I already know what I'm going to get from her. And that last time me and her got into it, it just went to a place that I'm just not really trying to deal with. And I'm just really not trying to deal with Kimbella like that. Kimbella ain't trying to deal with Yandy like that either. Kimbella was like, I don't need you as a friend. I don't want you in my life. I don't like how you move. I don't like how you roll. And that's just a wrap. Like, no matter what I'm going through, you are not the person that I need to help me get through it. I said, whoa. And that's pretty much where that episode ended. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Peace.